Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mast, and welcome back to some more SMITE Conquest. Today we're playing Awilix in the jungle in the A to Z. With Awilix right now, she's somebody where she feels kind of weird to play, where she's capable of doing some crazy stuff, and a lot of time it does some garbage stuff. So we'll have to see how things go, what we're able to get away with. The issue that she has is Awilix is a super single target focused assassin that doesn't tend to be very good at getting away from whoever she's going on. So if things go wrong, if people don't kind of get their own stuff done, we can get in a lot of trouble. If you're able to catch people alone, she's insanely good at fighting them in that situation. But if you can't, if we're in a spot where you have to like hard carry team fights, it's really hard to hard carry those team fights, unless it's actually like people synergizing around you and setting you up and stuff. So we'll have to see how the game goes, kind of like how it's flowing and stuff. We're going to build a little bit weird on her, where we're actually going to build just kind of pure damage and not care as much about cooldown like you normally do at the moment on assassins. We're also not really going to build auto attack, which normally you kind of get one or the other. Going to try and CC chain him as much as we can. And he's just going to sit and wave. I don't think sitting in wave works too well against the Raw. It does stuff against me. I don't think it does too much against the Raw. Hopefully Kakolin's good since we ganked mid. We kind of left him there alone. Let's see if we just do oracles real quick. Oh, Uller is feeling it. Maybe we just go duo lane real fast. Maybe they just die duo lane real fast. I don't know if we get to do anything because we just have, for one thing an Opwa support, but also just an Opwa left, so I don't know. Oh, he is actually getting some damage in though. Oh, it was such a bad miss on my part. Hopefully Ra can clean it up. Thank you. Thank you for fixing me being bad, Ra. Nice, they got so greedy there, man. Because I don't think they ever kill him. That was like super excessive to go all the way for him. So we got a nice aggro start. I guess we actually, for some reason, we actually have lots of mana. So I guess we'll stick around. Normally Awilix burns through mana really fast, but I guess I was level 2. So it's not like I had that much stuff to even use to begin with. This guy's so out of position. Once he ever turns around, we'll look to 3 like that. Once we ever get that little angle. Yeah, that was really greedy. I don't know why he did that. Oh my, you guys have to stop. They're so greedy, man. Yeah, he doesn't win this ever. Okay. And we just get eventually 2. Yeah. I guess we can do, you want to do mid or you want to do, if you want to do buff, that's fine. There's a full wave there, so we should maybe do that instead, but this works. So yeah, this is a quick little 5 kill. Obviously we didn't get all the last hits, but like been a part of 5 kill start to the game. Kind of dumb. Me and Rob been a part of every single one. Yeah, they really just don't stop for some reason. I don't know why. They gotta chill a little bit. Yeah, when we're getting all these like more isolated fights, these smaller fights where we can just focus on going on one person and get stuff done a little bit, Awilix is really good at that. She does good damage, she has good CC, she's really good at sticking to people. And it doesn't necessarily apply quite as much early game, but like in general, that's just what she's trying to do. And when we get those bigger fights, as we get a little deeper in the game, get into the team fight stage, ideally we either want to be pulling off of our own knockups or other people's knockups or their jump, stuff like that, getting picks with our ult, or able to separate from the team more so and not have to team fight as much, whether there is team fights or not, try and be a little more one-on-one and see if we can catch people out of position. But right now, like everybody's laning, so it's just way easier to catch them out of position, right? Like they're just gonna be isolated and they just have to not position up too far. So as far as abilities are concerned, we can start with her passive. Awilix, what do you get hit by? All in one, you just get sniped? Awilix passive is actually ridiculously strong. Normally passives in SMITE don't tend to be anything crazy. Awilix passive is ridiculous, and it's not even like super unique, it's just ridiculous. It does so much. Oh, he didn't goof. I was hoping we could get the 2 off in time. I got a little greedy, I maybe shouldn't have. Can fight this guy just fine. Stick to him a little bit with the 1 here. Keep him in combat if we can. Damn, stupid Olerin slow, man. Oh my god, it's such an annoying. I hate Olerin ult so much. I really do. It's gotta be one of my least favorite abilities in the game. Luckily, we kill Naja anyways, but it's so annoying. He's gonna goof here. Oh my god, please. He just canceled. I couldn't ult because of that. He didn't cancel the ult, but he CC'd me before I could ult. That's too bad. I think we'll go do red if he's down. I guess mids if he's down, and then do red, and then back. So that right there, little bit of a look at what we're actually going to have with Awilix. We're at a mana pot for that. I might have had 2 mana pots for all the shit that just went down. And we're running to them pretty quick. And that's something that we tend to get as we get just basically once we have all the abilities online. Like if I ulted, I would be straight up if that didn't get canceled. So especially with this build, it's something to watch out for. You definitely have to play around your mana pool more than almost any god that you'd be playing in jungle. But you're capable of doing a lot in the meantime. But it is kind of an annoying like resource management type thing you got to deal with. So yeah, anyways, back to Awilix passive. Awilix, when she initiates combat, if she hasn't taken damage or dealt damage for 5 seconds, and she initiates combat, meaning she hits first, then she gains a 30% physical power boost for 4 seconds. It got buffed pretty recently. It used to only be 2.5 seconds, which made it not quite as good. Still generally good, still really good burst passive. 4 seconds is a while. It's ridiculous too. 30% is insane, because you get items like Bumba's Spear or Protector of the Jungle, which are big late game item spikes, like really strong power spikes. And those are 10% or 15% power. So like doubling to tripling that is kind of insane, right? It's kind of disgusting. We can maybe go mid. We're kind of getting that Sage supports rotating. And it makes my life harder, because like I said, we're way better at the 1v1 thing. Do I get here in time to ult him? I was hoping that works too. We're gonna 2 him quick so he doesn't get a jump as soon. Because we do cripple on our 2. Sometimes it's really good to do that. That actually is really unfortunate. Maybe? Oh, almost reached. Try and get around to the man. Yeah, he should be dead as hell for it at least. Oh. Oh, he landed back there. Nice. At least we can clean it up, man. Oh, God. Hang on, we're waiting out the Olerin ult. And then apparently going in too soon. Nice, we got his flip, or not his flip, my flip. Got his dash right there. Yeah, that's one thing you can look for with the Awilix when they have like a slow enough. Oh God. Okay, this one I don't know about Ra. He's committing, so you know what? We're committing. I'm sorry. I don't know if I get out of this. Maybe we do. No, leave me be. Don't get a go. Oh. Damn. I didn't think he had blink. That sucks. I wouldn't have jumped if I knew he had blink. Why do you have blink? It's so weird that he went blink. It's like he gets punished so hard for it. But alright. Like normally you go either TP or beads, because either wants to beads my ult or he wants to TP to actually get farm. And instead he's like, let's get neither. Let's just hope that blink actually does anything. Anyways, let's talk about the kit a little bit. I think there was something I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, I will actually, because I don't think we're going to finish it. With Kumba right there, when you're Awilix 2ing, it's a weird ability. It's like a lock-on ability that's got some range to it. It really just immediately booked it at my speed buff, huh? You feel like being dead for that? This just got placed. He's probably going to gank left. No, he went mid. This guy's such a little shit, man. I want to kill him so bad. Yeah, so we kind of did it with Naja right there. That was a weird interaction. I flipped over his ult right there. Wasn't intentional. I was just trying to do damage fast. But yeah, we do this thing with our 2 where we have this kind of lock-on ability. It's not super long range, but it's got a little bit of range. I think it's 30 units or 25 units, something like that. Thank God we got that. Should be fine. Just gonna go, I guess his blue's down because we already saw that got dropped. So we'll just try and do like a tiny bit. You can probably get our small camps and stuff and then back. Yeah, with the Kumba, when he's got that slower dash, we can be brawling him at melee range, get the 2 set up so that we can cast it, and then try and really quickly react when he finally dashes. And because the 2 cripples, we can basically cancel his mobility and stick to him forever, however far he did dash, which is really, really strong. So that's something that's a really nice play sometimes. It's super situational though, because a lot of stuff is going to just be a jump. You don't get to cancel a jump midair. I mean, you can with your ult, but you can't with your 2. And then a lot of it's also going to be stuff where even if it is a dash, it might be a really fast dash where you're just really unlikely to get that timing. Like you can try and make it happen like on Agni or something, but it's pretty unlikely that you're going to perfectly time that. So moving on to the rest of the kit, we've talked about the passive. See, probably want to make our way right finally here if we can, although I have a bunch of buffs coming up that we'll probably have to do first. But the one on Awilix is something that we're very often going to be using just to get around the map. It's a jump and a move speed stim, and kind of a weird move speed stim too. Nashad, no. You are so greedy, man. You're 100% doing this. Stop it. Stop it. Wait, that didn't kill you. Oh, that's really bad. Thank God. I really thought that would kill him. So greedy. I thought he might to begin with before he was even going over that word, since he'd gone for the first speed. People do like to follow it up, whether they get to or not. See if we can cut off Olerin at all. Oh, we didn't get the knock up. That's too bad. Trying to just flip out of that. Hopefully we don't die. Trying to stack in the boys. Should get a chase a little bit. Nice. Where we going? Ding. Where we going? Oh, I didn't get the 2 off in time. That was close. Greed. Nice. And this guy can I yoink? Oh, the timing! I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna. This man put in all these autos. I am not gonna take it from him. The tilt factor would be simply too high. Yeah, do we want to do pyro? You maybe go on Nasha. No, Nasha's just dipping. Yeah, let's do this. So Awilix, God, there's just so much fighting, man. I want to talk about the kit, and I actually just like have so little time to. Unless I'm going to talk about it mid-fight. So with Awilix 1, we hop on Suku. There's a little bit of a channel time. You can cancel it to hop off. It costs 30 mana to channel it, though. So when you hop off, if you're hopping on and off a lot, then that's a really easy way to run out of mana. And when we're going to build like this, that matters. So worth keeping in mind. Like if we're doing, a lot of time if we're doing like speed, smalls, blue, all those things, it might be a good idea to not use Suku. Like use Suku to get to speed, clear speed, walk over to smalls, do the smalls, walk over to blue, do the blue, and then use Suku to like travel off wherever you're going. So you're not just constantly wasting that mana if you need it. I guess we'll actually ward. Who knows if we'll place him. But yeah, and then with Suku, we get a move speed boost of 25% while we're on it. Obviously, we can jump at some point if we want to, but we can just cancel it and not jump. If you jump, obviously it goes on cooldown. If you don't jump, it just goes on a 1 second cooldown. It's like an Uller stance switch or something like that, where you basically just refire it again if you want. So yeah, like right there, we can do speed. We use Suku to get to speed, makes us a lot faster to get there in the meantime. And then we do it, and then we hop back on. Yeah, that looks so weird. The animation gets real funky sometimes, because it's like it's got the animation for getting off Suku, and then you have the animation for ult, and you have the animations for your autos, and so you can actually do something. It can be a little tricky. If I do this, like the auto animation doesn't really go off when I auto, but if you get a little comfortable with the timing of when the actual like hopping off Suku ends, you can actually do stuff like that where you can ult, you can auto. It might not look like it's going off, but it will go off, which can be nice. And then with the with Suku, it's worth knowing you get an extra strafe penalty. So if you're doing this to the side or going backwards, you don't get to go even as fast as you normally would. And obviously, normally it also gets penalized. You're faster going straight. So it's mostly good for getting around in straight lines. You'll normally see people move a little weird when they're on Suku, where they'll do a little more of this, where they're moving with like their camera rather than their actual like WASD. I don't have ult for this, but we maybe just want, okay. Okay, never mind. It's gonna hit those. So we don't have ult, but we might one-shot, but we definitely don't one-shot if we don't land the stuff. I kind of want to back. We're just going to back. This doesn't really seem like much of a fight because they can just run a tower. So we're just going to back. We're going to go get Erendite. We're talking about the build a little bit real quick, I guess. The build's going to be kind of funky. I brought that up in the beginning. We're going to build very much for damage. Not a normal build I would recommend on like maybe literally anybody right now. I can't think of anybody this build's particularly good on. Obviously, it's close to other builds, but we're going Crusher because Awilix has auto attack, so the attack speed matters. She's a very one-shot focused god, so the pen on Crusher is really good. And we have 4 damaging abilities, or at least potentially 4 damaging abilities, because the jump does damage, the ult does damage if we're landing it. Obviously, the 3 and the 2 as well. So tons of Crusher procs. She's very, very burst focused. If you don't do enough damage, it matters a lot. So Crusher feels extra rewarding on her for that as well. Try and just get here. Might be able to cut off an Uller jump. Or do this. Or just not kill him ever. We do have the Erendite though. Okay. Why wouldn't he still have Oler and ult after they ran down the entire team? Oh my goodness, man. Nice, we got out a bunch of stuff. Oh, and the Raw hooking me up. Ooh. Okay, I don't have ult for this. Uller no beads. I don't know if it'll matter. We're going to try and gank here and actually, like, cut him off. That's one thing that Awilix is one of those assassins you really do. Oh, that is ours. Nice. You really do want to run around on people with her. Oh, it's too bad. God, my super... They have so much CC right now. It's insane. Oh my... They have so much. I hate it. I hate it. I actually just can't play the game right now. It's ridiculous. I have to watch out for a guild kick, sash, Olerin, Naja, please. I swear to God, I'll do it to you again. Give me my ult. Oh no. Okay, we should be able to run him down just because I'm zoomy. Which way did you go? Huh? Which way? We get blink soon too. Gilg's coming, but I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. You think I really don't int? So sick of his shit, man. Wish we had ult still. Why can't I just have second ult? Okay. Alright, well, Pyro might come up at a convenient time. That'd be cool. Maybe not. I don't know. I really... Normally I've talked about the full kit by now, and we're on like the passive and the one. I'm just gonna back. Pyro's not up quite yet. I don't really have HP to just stick around, so I think we'll just do this. Try and keep Uller off right tower too. So let's talk about the kit. Let's move on to the kit. Let's talk about it a bit. Awilix 2 is kind of a funky ability. It interacts very differently from like any ability in Smite. That's bad. What the? Okay. Okay. Yep, let me just phase through autos real quick. Don't mind me. What the hell was that, man? That looked so weird. We autoed him. He just like TP'd out of everything. He went ghost mode, man. He activated Osiris passive if Osiris passive was actually cool. If it wasn't just kind of have haste. Actually, okay, Osiris passive is kind of cool. I shouldn't be throwing shit at Osiris. It's kind of a cool ability. Not a cool god, but cool ability. Have a buff. So with Awilix 2, it's a lock-on ability that when you hit somebody with a damaging ability or with an auto, you'll gain the ability to use your 2. You can't use it otherwise. Okay. I don't think this does much, man. Did he not crit in his ult? Please, get there! Oh, my 3 didn't go off. God damn it, Hi-Rez. I have had so many abilities where I hear the sound and the thing doesn't go off. I don't know what is going on. Maybe it's good old server nerf because patch day? It's not patch day, but like from new patch. Might be something like that. Eh. Alright, I'm assuming Guild goes mid and we get a farm? Maybe not. Maybe I'm inting right now. I really want my Heartseeker, man. But but I might get myself picked for greeting. Hang on. Boom. He is mid. We're good. And they're gonna do Pyro. Actually, do they? I can't go to Pyro. I was gonna say, do they need me? But I really can't get away with it because they're gonna be there in just 2 seconds. All right, let's go get Heartseeker done. Hopefully they get to secure that. So with Awilix 2, it's funky because like you do have to land some sort of damage first. You can't just cast it on its own. And then it progresses as you auto attack, not from abilities. So if I jump on a buff or I jump on a person with my 1 and I 2, like I can do that. But it's going to do the first progression here. It's going to do the 1 times damage progression, which isn't very much. It's 190 plus like 50% scaling. Hopefully we get to Uller here. By the way, so often we're going to have stuff like that where I hit so hard. Whoop. Hang on. There we go. Where I hit so hard. Oh, we didn't die. Okay. I thought they'd just be able to clean him up. I guess not. I hit so hard with my first auto because we have Hi-Rez plus Awilix passive that a lot of time we're not going to 2 and we're going to save it for somebody else, even though the 2's a really low cooldown. That's something we'll want to look for. Obviously, otherwise we'll look to follow it up. Definitely might get like secured by them. They don't have very good secure though. Nice. So yeah, we can auto attack, or we can use an ability to set up R2, and then as we auto attack, the 2 progresses, and that's the only way to get it to progress. So I can like 1 on somebody, 3 on somebody, then 2. It's still going to do the 1 times damage, but if I auto, it'll do 1.5 times. If I auto again, it'll do 2 times, and it's weird where it's like your general auto attack progression. Like literally on that camp, you could see I autoed a different minion, or a different whatever you want to call it, different creep, and then another one, but the second one still set up for the second progression in the 2. So it's got like a weird thing to it. It's pretty cool. It's a cool ability. But it's kind of a weird thing to maybe comprehend if you're like brand new to her. But then with it, we get it 1 times on the first, which is only if we hit somebody with an ability no autos. Then if we auto, it goes to 1.5 times. And then if we auto that second time, we're getting 2 times damage plus an AoE, which is really strong. So ideally, we want to get those 2 autos in a lot of spots. But if we don't need it, if we just want the immediate CC gratification, or if we just want to kill somebody fast, or maybe we need an instant immunity frame because the flip gives you immunity frames, then we might just go ahead and not do the 2 autos. Whatever that may be. These guys are just constantly trying to brawl, man. I really can't have 2 seconds to grab speed. We just instantly got to go into shit. I'm coming, boys. I'm coming. And then with it too, like I said, you get immunity frames during the flip. It is technically a jump, so it'll get crippled, worth knowing. And then it does a 1/2 second root and 1/2 second cripple as well. Oh my god, come here. See, like right there, we just want to use it for immunity frames, right? We want to get over his kick. So there's spots like that. Ooler! Oh. Thought he'd be jumping. Alright, this guy should be dead as hell. Eh. Oh yeah, worth knowing with Awilix, kind of related to the passive, basically. She has an extra auto attack range. Achilles has it. Does Lance have it? Like, Lance has a spear, so I'm assuming he has it. I think he does, right? But she has like the 16 unit auto attack range that basically every spear god has. Awilix 3, pretty simple ability. It's a projectile. It goes through gods, goes through minions, does damage, and if they're turned away, and it gets a little technical with how they're turned away, then yeah, we're just, oh god. Phoenix, please. Oh, I'm dead. I should have just run away. That's fine, they should get Phoenix. We get Najal down. You good? They're good. I hate Aegis, man. I hate Aegis so much. I just want to beads and kill him, and I can't even do that. Now, what do we build last item here? Probably percent pen. Gilg's not crazy tanky, he's somewhat tanky. I don't know what else we'd really care about, though. I could go Brawlers, but I don't think we really need it. Yeah. I could go Magi's. Magi's actually might be really nice. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, there's times where that'll come in so clutch this game. Realistically, honestly, we probably should have gone Magi's last item, like instead of Heartseeker, and gone Heartseeker actual last item. Whatever. So yeah, with Awilix 3, it does the knockback if they're facing away, and it does get very technical. Normally, when you see that Awilix 3 knock somebody up, they'll be like almost completely faced away, right? But it's going to be something where basically if they're facing like 91 degrees away, if it's a little bit more than a right angle, they'll get knocked up. So you can even do things where like if speed keeps looking this way, I can kind of get a little baby angle back here and do like that and get a little knock up, even though it's basically just turning to the right from me. So that's something that comes in situationally when you're trying to fight. Obviously on camps, it doesn't really matter, but on people, that's something you can use to your advantage. And they might be pissed because they're like, I wasn't looking away, but but they were technically looking away, and that's what matters. So you get stuff like that. And then finally, the ultimate, which is the reason R3 has a potential knockup on it, is when somebody is in the air, whether it's from a jump or from your knockup or whatever, or somebody else's knockup, like it can be a tier fearless or something like that, you can pull them to you with your ultimate. And your ult does a billion things. But the big thing that we can talk about is the pull. It's also worth noting stuff like Hades jump, Scylla 3, Hades 1. There's others that are like it. Stuff that are like underground jumps, those will also get pulled. So it's something where sometimes it might not seem like it would pull because you're looking for someone in the air and they might just technically be in the air. But yeah, it works like that. And you'll get weird interactions too. Stuff like Fenrir Brutalize, that's technically a jump, even though it really doesn't seem like a jump. Like while they're latched onto you, it's still technically a jump. You can pull that. Although you can only pull certain frames of it, it's kind of funky. It's like jump, 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 jump. It's like a weirdly coded ability. So you'll get interactions like that. Hopefully we can back real quick for the Magi's. I think we'll actually upgrade beads over upgrading Magi's. Because getting cooldown reset on our 2, which is solo cooldown, can be really nice. So we'll do that. But then when we pull somebody, they have the option of beads. If they beads, they don't take damage. Otherwise, we do damage and stun and pull them to us. So they can beads. Obviously, beads will avoid the stun. Beads will also keep them from taking damage. If they're CC immune for some other reason, they still won't get pulled, of course, and they still won't take damage or get stunned. And then whether you pull someone or not, you also get CC immunity, not complete CC immunity. You get knockback, root, and slow immunity for 6 seconds, as well as a bunch of power and a bunch of attack speed. So like maybe I'll just do it right now to Najam. She's probably gonna, no? Okay. I can do that to him. Like we get 60 power, 70% attack speed at max rank. It's absurd. So obviously we're already hitting hard. That is a way to hit way harder. And that's something that especially as you get late game, a lot of time you might not want to pull anybody. If you have the weight, if you have the potential to get to somebody and actually brawl them, that can be really, really strong. I'm just trying to wait this out a little bit. Nice. Ooh, and we get to save the Magi's. Oh, I was going to be so big brain too. I beads for the cooldown so we can knock him up. You dead? No, so close. You feel like jumping, Uller? No? Okay. I'm really waiting for the team to go in. Come on, where's the jump? Where? No? Okay. So many beads, man. I am sick of these beads. All right, I kind of want to not be dead if we can manage that. I'm sorry, Nasha. I'm so sorry. Just had to do him like that. Just had to run around in circles. Oh my god, boys, they do no damage. There we go. Jesus, man. And yeah, just casually, let's just finish explaining the kit at like 26 minutes as we end the game. That should do it. Yeah, Awilix is somebody we're very much, when we get into bigger team fights, like right there at the end was such a, like, how do I play that fight? It's so awkward, right? Because I can try and go on somebody, but I basically have to kill myself to really commit. They have to be out of position and go for me, and then I can try and turn on them and counter them. So it's tricky, right? It gets kind of rough to do much there. But throughout the game, we had so many spots where you could catch maybe 1 or 2 people where they're a little more isolated. There's less overall CC. That's when we're able to do things. And then we get to spots like that Gold Fury fight, the Titan fight. I'm just juggling how much damage can I take, how much CC can I take, trying to avoid basically all of it so I can actually play the game. It gets really rough. So Awilix is a funky gun in that way, where you got to really pick your battles, and sometimes you don't get to. And if you don't get to, normally she's just garbage. She's just really bad. It's really hard to do much. So something to keep in mind for. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.
I've been seeking for the glory. Say my name. And I've been trying to write my own story in the search for fame. I'm sitting here in this empty room. Walls keep tumbling down.